shadowy flight into the dangerous world of a man who is fearless. A young loner on a crusade to champion the cause in a world of reckless automobiles. These are my motovlogs.
What's up, YouTube? This is your boy Chris out on the Goldwing. And today is May 8th, 2019. And I am still hanging out in the great state of Indiana. Out here in Indianapolis. You guys see I got my Pacers shirt on. Hope you like it. Wearing my Pacers shirt out here representing for the great state of Indiana. What's going on, everybody? I've been having such a wonderful time. I've been getting a lot of compliments on my Goldwing. I've been having a lot of people tell me how beautiful my bike really is. I got up this morning and went to the car wash. Actually, I cleaned it off real good. Had to put a shine on that thing. It was kind of dirty, had bugs everywhere, road grime. And I went to the car wash and just cleaned it off, pressure washed it, cleaned it real good. I was surprised when the attendant said that I could actually use a bucket, but mainly I just sprayed it and cleaned it, and I did a tire inspection on it, just make sure everything was perfect. But let me tell you what happened to me today. I realized after I cleaned my bike that one of my headlights was not working. And you guys know I got these 4600 lumen headlights on the low beams, 4600s on the high beams, and come to find out one of my low beam bulbs had blown and I didn't have a headlight. So I started searching around. I called a few Honda dealerships trying to locate the H7 light bulb socket that goes on the back of the H7 bulb. If you guys have ever changed your light bulbs on your Goldwing, you got the H7 bulb. Well, behind the bulb is a little socket that you connect behind the bulb, and then you snap that in with the rubber boot behind it. Man, I knew that was a dealer item, so I called all of the Honda dealers that I could call. Nobody had them, but thank God I was able to locate an H7 socket. I found it at a place called Mounds Motorsports. They're in Anderson, Indiana, off of 69 North, heading toward Fort Wayne. And I just want to give a shout out to Phil Hoiser, the owner out there at Mounds Motorsports in Anderson, Indiana. He was the only motorcycle shop around that had exactly what I needed, which was the H7 sockets that go on the back of those headlight bulbs, because without that socket I would not be able to install the H7 bulb on my Honda Goldwing. So I just thank God for Phil Hoiser out at Mounds Motorsport in Anderson, Indiana. He was the only motorcycle shop around that had the socket. The dealers, the Honda dealers around, everybody kept telling me we got to order it. So man, I didn't know what I was gonna do being out here out of town. I knew I had something back at the house, but I didn't want to be riding around with a blown headlight. I wasn't planning on doing too much night riding, but I don't want to be riding around with a blown headlight. That's just not my style. I like to light it up. Y'all know it. The more lights, the merrier. They said loud pipes save lives. I said visibility save lives. So I just want to give a special shout out to Phil Hoiser for having that H7 socket that goes behind the H7 light, and I was able to get it installed. I tell you what, man, I had to work. Now, it wasn't simple because the aftermarket headlights that I got on my bike, it really took a lot of work just to get them installed. It wasn't simple. It took a lot of work. I even had to take off the speaker housing and lift up the instrument cluster to try to get all those lights in. So here I am out in Indiana, and I got a blown headlight. So I got the bike all broke down. I had the parts in my hand, and I finally got everything installed, and everything turned out perfectly. So I just want to thank God for Phil Hoiser out there at Mounds Motorsports out there in Anderson, Indiana. They work on ATVs, they work on motorcycles. He's got a shop, I mean, he's got it set up. So if any of you guys are in the area of Indianapolis and you need a motorcycle shop, if you got some questions, he work on Hondas, he work on all different types of motorcycles, Harleys, because even Harley riders were showing up there. So if you guys are looking for a motorcycle shop, give Phil Hoiser a call. I'll put his information down in the description below if you want to give Phil a call. And he also said he mount tires. He also said he mount tires. So if you guys have a tire, you want him to put it on, give him a call. He said he mount tires. I know some of you guys like to order your tires and have them mounted yourself. So just keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind. If any of you guys are out in the area of Indianapolis, Indiana, and I just want to thank everybody out here in Indianapolis, Indiana for showing me some love. I've been getting a lot of compliments on my bike. Everybody's been just amazing. I just love the great city of Indianapolis. Well, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end this video. Also, before I end this video, let me say this. I did get a chance to ride up to Fort Wayne, Highway 69 North. And let me tell you, man, I was feeling good. I was riding. The temperature was perfect. I guess once I got to about the halfway point between Indy and Fort Wayne, what is the halfway point? Is it, I can't think of the name of that town. It'll come to me in a second. But I got about halfway between Indianapolis and Fort Wayne. And it seems like the weather just changed. The weather just took a turn. It did 180 degrees. It did an about face. It just changed, right? So it went from a warm climate, I was wearing a t-shirt, to a cold climate. Man, I had to actually put on my freeze out tops and bottom. And on the way back to Indy, I put on my freeze out gear. Man, it was cool. The wind was blowing. The bike was riding sideways. I went up to Fort Wayne to hang out there for a little while. I got some relatives up there in Fort Wayne, Indiana. So if my cousins are watching this video, what's up, cuz? Your boy Chris out on the Goldwing, just having a good time. But you guys can keep that cold weather. Man, let me tell you, man, it did an absolute 180 degrees. The weather just took a turn. I mean, it was nice and warm. I mean, it probably was like 80 degrees when I left Indy. By the time I got up to Fort Wayne, it seemed like it was about 50. And when you take in the wind chill, the wind blowing, man, that's chilly. When you're coming from a environment of 80 degrees in the same day going to 50 degrees, that's a big drop, especially if you're not prepared. So I just want to say what's up to all my family up there in Fort Wayne. I love you guys. You guys can keep that cold weather, though. Your boy Chris got to get back across. I got to get back across town, man. Get back to the south where it's nice and warm. We talking 85 degrees. I'm used to that Memphis weather. Woo! But it feels good, man. I'm out here just cruising. The dark side performed flawlessly. Out here on 79th Street. Man, out here in the great state of Indiana wearing my Pacers. Got my gear on. Got to represent for the great state of Indiana. Well, anyway, I'm going to hit a couple of these twisters just out here checking it out. If you guys like this video, be sure to hit the like button. If you haven't already, please sign up for the Chris Caliente Facebook group, the hottest Facebook group in the land. I got 2 Facebook groups. If you see a vest, if you see a leather vest with the Caliente emblem, that is the exclusive group, only for the riding members only. The public group will be a red 2018 Honda Goldwing trike. A red 2018 Honda Goldwing trike. Send me a friend request. Send a friend request and I will put you on to the Chris Caliente Facebook group, the hottest Facebook group in the land. Well, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end this video. I hope you guys are enjoying it, because I am. But it's time for me to head on back across town to the Big M town. This is your boy Chris, out on the Goldwing, the most luxurious motorcycle in the world, riding dark side, woo! And it feels good. And I will, as always, I will talk to you guys later. See ya.